Buffalo's gonna win it both.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we are overly excited to start the show. And listen, we got a long season ahead of us, man. We got a long season ahead of us, but we're pumped, we're ready, we're energized. And before we get into the show, let me ask the guys how they doing today. So, Matt, how are you doing today, man?
Man, I'm doing good, man. I got just ready for the opener. Just renewed for the new stadium. We could talk about that in a minute, but man, I'm excited. It's time. It's time, boys.
Right, how you doing, man?
I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? It's the first day of school for, some of us, for the kids. So shout out to my kids for their first day of school. So in the morning it was a little hectic, but we good. They had a good day of school, everything great. They have football practice right now, so let's go. Football time.
Absolutely. Are you ready for some football? And definitely game start Thursday.
Chill.
Right. Sunday, we're getting ready. But with that being said, shout out to everybody who's getting on today. Ask you to like, share, rate, and review, and subscribe. Do all those amazing things even now. We're going to tell you that throughout the show. But I do want to tell you about overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. You can go and find all of our content, all of our merch, all those amazing things, all Overdue Bills, everything. You can go and find that. Shout out to Ray. He got the hoodie on. Got some decent weather outside. I don't know what's up with these sandflies in the city today, but they're kind of crazy. But nonetheless, the weather is eventually going to change. But we have t-shirts, we have hoodies, we have a whole bunch of things. So shout out to overduebillspod.com. So please go to the website. And shout out to Buffalo Fan Base. We definitely want to shout out to Buffalo Fan Base. We appreciate the collab with them. And Matt, before we kind of enter into this show, if you can, let the people know who is our presenting sponsor today.
Absolutely, man. This episode and every episode this season is brought to you by the good folks over at AOG Cigar Lounge. AOG Cigar Lounge, located at 3495 Delaware Avenue, is the premier cigar lounge in Western New York. AOG has a welcoming atmosphere to all levels of cigar smokers. They have an amazing selection of cigars, massive selection of drinks to pair with them. And it's just an all-around great spot to go and have a cigar and catch up. You could stop in today, get some work done, catch a game, or catch up with your friends, host a private event, all kinds of avenues you could pull with that. So check out our guys over at AOG Cigar Lounge. We're going to be working with them all season long. We're going to get some good promos for you guys, so definitely be on the lookout. Definitely tap in with us all season and tap in with our guys over at AOG Cigar Lounge.
Shout out to AOG. Definitely appreciate them for the collab this year and being our presenting sponsor. We definitely want you to support them at all costs. Listen, we're getting into the show, but again, like, share, rate, and review. You have to do that. We definitely want you to do that, especially on our YouTube page. We want to go to our YouTube page. Even looking at the comment right now, shout out to John. We're gonna get to that interview. We're definitely gonna get to that.
That's some insider. That's some Matt insider.
Yeah, so we're running a little behind. So it's all good. It's all good.
For sure. And if we get to 500 subscribers, I think Matt, you said he's getting a tattoo.
No, I didn't say that.
Oh, okay. Matt didn't say that.
Yeah, we're on.
We might try to convince Matt to get a tattoo if we get to 500.
Shout out my guy John, the Cigar Vets, big supporter of the show. Big heavy in the with the AOG crew. So shout out my guy John. Sure. He's a military guy, and you know how Rappel used to say, if you're not 15 minutes early, you're late. That's what type of time he's on. So I hear him.
I respect it. I respect it.
Shout out to Rap. Definitely always a good rap reference. So let's get into the show, y'all. Let's get into the show. We got a lot to talk about. Got a big game coming up this Sunday evening. But y'all know how we start every show with a quick question of the day. Quick question of the day. And I've been in a trivia mode, and I think I'm going to continue that throughout the season until I feel like changing it. So I do want to ask a question as it relates to our star quarterback who did not play a lick of preseason. That's how you know you made it, right? I think we need to cherish that, even though, yes, he was the MVP. That's amazing. But also our quarterback not playing preseason, like, we went so many years trying to figure out who was going to play, looking at preseason games intently. But now we're at the place where the quarterback that we have, he doesn't have to play. That's how great
he doesn't got to show up to like now.
It's crazy. It's amazing. But with that being said, I do want to ask this question. It's a little bit of trivia, and it's Josh Allen based, right?
Okay.
So my question is to Matt, to Rad, and to everybody out there listening. In which year did Josh Allen throw for over 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns, solidifying his place as an elite quarterback? I'll ask this question again. In which year did Josh Allen throw for over 4,500 yards and 35 touchdowns, solidifying his place among elite quarterbacks? I'll give multiple choice if you need it. A, 2019, B, 2020, B, 2022, or D, 2024.
You know what? I'm going to say COVID year. I'm going to say 2020. I'm going to say
that's
he had a couple 1,000-yard guys, spread it around, and we were putting. That's the year our offense took that next level.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I was going to say 2020 before you gave me the multiple choice, so I guess I got to go with that. 2020. Is that maybe first year Diggs, second year Diggs? So yeah, that's where he took that leap for sure.
And both of you guys are right.
Yeah,
it is 2020. Josh Allen threw for 4,500 yards and 37 touchdowns. So shout out to Josh. That was a pivotal year.
Yeah.
Won me my fantasy league. Shout out to him, man.
Did he? Was that year?
I think so.
It's been a while since you won. So shout out to everybody out there. Shout out to fantasy. We definitely appreciate that as well. But listen, wanted to start the show off with a little bit of trivia. Definitely Josh Allen centric. I had a couple Ravens and Buffalo Bills, but I'll kind of save that to the end of the show. But listen, this is what I want to do. I was trying to figure out how I wanted to kind of tackle this game and kind of go about the season. And I think we're just going to dive right into the game, right? Because we're just going to dive right into the game. There's some preliminary things that we can talk about on the edges, but I do want to dive right into the game. And I want to talk narrative street, right? That was a big thing that we kind of did last year, narrative street. Why this game matters. Why does this game matter, right? Josh Allen, returning reigning MVP. Obviously, we know against the Ravens, we're playing against Lamar Jackson, who some say a good portion of the league and a good portion of pundits out there said that Lamar Jackson should have been the MVP last year over Josh Allen, right? That he had the better season, right? We played them in the playoffs twice in this iteration of our teams, and Josh Allen has been the victor in both games. And so with some new additions, right, that we have on our team, so on and so forth, my question is to Matt, is this a must-win game for the Buffalo Bills, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things, obviously we can lose this game and we'll be okay. But for the AFC, right, that's a big thing, right? We want to have home field. We want to be the, big honcho in the AFC. We want to come out guns blazing. Not to mention, let's throw in a little added, and we're going to talk about it in a minute. Last year at Highmark Stadium, right? This is the last year at Highmark Stadium. We definitely want to go out with a bang. So I'm going to ask you, Matt, is this a must-win for the Buffalo Bills Sunday night?
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna go with yeah. I think every game, especially against AFC opponents this year, is a must-win because we got to get that tiebreaker at the end of the year for home field advantage. It's going to be a coming out statement game. It's the tiebreaker between Josh and Lamar. They're tied up right now. I'm including playoffs in that, of course. But they played 6 times. They beat each other 3 times each. It's a tiebreaker with that. Like you said, it's the last home opener at the Ralph, so it's got to be a spectacle. It's got to be a statement game. Everybody is saying, who are they going to have a wide receiver? Lamar, all the Ravens. They've been talking about how they've had this on their calendar. They felt slighted. They're going to come in so hungry. I think the Bills got to put that to bed early, and I think this is a must-win game in the AFC early.
So, Matt is saying this is a must-win game. So let me ask you this question to kind of look at it in a bird's eye view. If this is a must-win game for the Buffalo Bills, and I don't know if you feel that way, you can give your opinion on that. If we do win, what does this signal to the rest of the league? Right? Does it really signal anything?
Well, I mean, I just got to see the game, right? We're one of the favorites, obviously, definitely in the AFC and the whole NFL. And if we win this game, and if we let's say we stop Derrick Henry, right, which we like never do, you know what I mean, especially in the regular season. I mean, his nightmares really. What he does to us, especially when he comes to Buffalo, is literally like every time he come to Buffalo, he go for 202 touchdowns, right? So, do we stop? How the pass rush look? How the defense look? Is Josh is a shootout? So, I think all those nuances of how we look, how we get it done. But I'll take a win. But I think how we look might change some narratives. I don't think it should, but it is a must win. It's hard for me to say must win in game one. Right? It's just we just not gonna be the same team 5-6 weeks from now. Just the different things that's gonna change. I just want us to be competitive. I want us not to look crazy. Obviously, a lot of the starters haven't been playing this preseason. We might start slow. Potentially, we'll see. Ravens got a lot of get back in them. So I don't know. We'll see how this game go, but I don't think it's a must win. And we'll see. I just want to see how the team looks, especially the defense. This is a great test early on against the defense.
So let me just ask this question to you, Matt, and Rad, you can answer it as well. Rad talked about the defense, right? And we know we had some offseason signings. Joey Bosa, depth chart came out, right? We saw the depth chart that came out. People have definitely been looking at it to figure out kind of what's going on. Obviously, Rousseau, Ed Oliver, Daquan Jones, usual suspects in that regard. But Milano, right? Healthy. Dorian Williams, hopefully healthy. Terrell Bernard, hopefully healthy. Going into this game, Matt, as it relates to Derrick Henry running, a bird's eye view. So we talked about winning the game, but like, say if we do lose the game, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, we do lose the game, and Derrick Henry does do what Derrick Henry does, right? How do you feel about the team? Is it like a somber, like, yo, we got to get McDermott out of here, we got to figure something out, or is it just a mere bag of shells?
Well, you know what, man? It's being. This is what he drafted. The players that he drafted. This is what he drafted them for. This is the guys that he brought in free agency. This is why he did those things, to bolster up that front seven, right? We know we got the 3 linebackers or the 2 linebackers, whatever formation they're in. We know we got the guys that can clean it up. We need the guys up front that can win and that can stuff the holes, with Derrick Henry trying to come through. So this is why we got those guys. We took a little hit this week with Dwayne Carter, going down with the Achilles, but we brought Jordan Phillips back. You got Deion Walker, who showed a lot of promise in the preseason. He's a monster, 6'7", almost 400-pound dude. This is why we did those things, and I'm interested to see how that's going to look on Sunday. To answer your question, if Derrick Henry does come in and rush for 200 yards, then we might be in a little bit of trouble.
I would say this: I'll be more surprised if Derrick Henry don't have a good day. I'm not gonna say we're gonna lose because he have a good day, but I'll be more if we go in there and limit Derrick Henry to under like 80 yards and no touchdowns. That would be like a win for me, honestly. So 100%. I'm actually expecting over 100 at least and a touchdown, if not 2. Like that's what I'm expecting. Like honestly, so. But if we stop that, I'll be shocked. Not shocked, but I'll be more surprised to stop Derrick Henry than him doing what he usually do.
Absolutely.
Honestly.
I mean, start Derrick Henry, right? Apparently that's what we're hearing. But I do want to talk about this because I said it in kind of the opening question. There is something in the air because this is the last season at Highmark Stadium, the Ralph, so on and so forth, right? Many names. And obviously it's a legacy stadium, right? Being at the old Rock Pile here in the city and then moving out to Orchard Park. But essentially that's still home, right? That's home to the Buffalo Bills. Like Orchard Park is home. At the end of the day, I do want to ask Matt. I think Matt has been the longest tenure as far as season tickets and going to the games in that way. Matt, what does it mean for the team to send us off right to you? Like, what does that mean? How do you internalize that? What is your expectation? Not necessarily in wins, but just like the overall. Like, are you looking for the fireworks this season, or is it just a season to we can reminisce, to see what the past is, but also you can look literally right there when you go to the stadium. When you go, you're looking right there and say, "Yo, this looks amazing over here. It's smaller but amazing."
No, I'm definitely happy that we're getting something new, and I think the opener, it's going to be the last opener at the Rolf. It's going to be something that I remember forever. You know what I mean? Whether what the result of that game, somebody says, "Hey, man, were you at the last game at the Rolf?" I'm going to know exactly what happened in that game. So for me, it is important because it's something that's going to be etched in my brain as a Bills fan for forever. Right now, we'll see how it turns out, but I do think it is really important for us to come out on top.
Yeah, right. I mean, I think Matt was a perfect person to ask that question to, because he's been season ticket holders. For me, is like you said, we right next door. We're getting bigger and better. It's like you upgrading yourself. So obviously, a lot of memories been there. Hopefully, the new beginnings brings new rings, new trophies, because we ain't no bowls in there, ain't no rings in there. So hopefully, this new stadium brings us bowls, brings us rings, sparks Josh Allen. He already in his prime, but his continued prime, and hopefully this is I remember when Peyton built Lucas Oil down there, and I think they won maybe right before that, right after, I don't know, around that time. So hopefully this sparks something for Josh Allen to get his ring, this new stadium, this new field, this new beginning. So let's see. Well, next year, this year and next year, all of it. It don't
really matter. Yeah, I think this is going to be a special year, right? I mean, obviously there have been we've gone through this before, obviously previously, but it's something to see. It's definitely something to see. Shout out to everybody in the comments. Definitely appreciate
comment, good and bad, all of it.
Absolutely, we want to see all the comments.
Who your team, Jeff? Who your team, Jeff? Talk to who your team.
Yeah, let us know who your team is. But with that being said, let's talk about some roster things. Some roster highlights, some key changes. I know that's something that, obviously tickled everybody's fancy. We saw Jordan Poyer came back, right? Everybody had some thoughts about that. And also we talked about Gabe Davis. That's something that we just seen. We brought Gabe Davis back. So just with those signings or re-signings, or however you want to look at it, Matt, what is this signaling to the fan base and to the team as a whole? That honestly, we would go out and re-sign Jordan Poyer. We know he's real big in the locker room, beloved Bills player. This is not abnormal to winning teams to kind of get like a older player to come back to kind of whatever. I'm gonna leave that to you to say what he's here for. But also Gabe Davis, like we've talked about Gabe Davis ad nauseum in many different ways. So Matt, what is this signaling to the fan base?
I mean, I think you hit it right on the head with Jordan Poyer. I think we did a similar thing last year with Micah Hyde. It's just another good vet in the locker room that guys can lean on. I mean, they're in practice squad roles right now to get healthy, to get in shape, just in case we need bodies. Also, we saw it last year. I mean, our safety room was a revolving door with injuries and things like that, and they didn't really address that in the offseason as far as getting new players in. So I think it's more so insurance with the Poyer coming in. Gabe Davis, I'm a little perplexed with that one. I mean, our receiver room, I don't think he cracks that receiver room. I think all the guys that we have in that receiver room are better. That's just me being honest. And you guys know how much of a Gabe Davis guy that I was coming in. The only thing I can kind of think of, and maybe I'm just grasping at straws here, is maybe, he was the receiver here that had, obviously besides Diggs, that had really good chemistry with Josh, and he can help the receiver room and how to build that, or kind of helping guys know exactly what Josh wants and how he wants things done, and also just instilling some other qualities. I don't know. Like I said, I'm grasping at straws with that one. I'm at a loss with that one. But he's another practice squad body. It is what it is.
For me, it all depends, right? If we're planning on playing any of these guys, hopefully both. If we plan on playing in either one, y'all know my take on this. Old players or injured players. Hopefully, you somewhere taking some PEDs and getting right. Right, I don't care, right? So, as they saying, Gabe coming off a meniscus. I know Poyer probably got a lot of injuries. But I think more importantly, having Poyer there to help a Cole Bishop, a Taylor Rapp, I think that's very important. I think that we clearly have a safety issue with Hamlin and that Bishop and Hamlin, that role that Bishop and Hamlin is playing. I think Trey White might be okay. He's gonna be back hopefully sooner than later. So I think the Poyer signing it's practice squad and help get these guys up to speed. And if we need you, it's we in dire time. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I think it is with Poyer. Gabe Davis, I think maybe similar too, right? I think the wide receiver depth is interesting. I think obviously he's somebody that we want tight ends that block. Obviously the guy that Mac Hollins.
Yeah,
that's who we have. Yeah, Hollins obviously was somebody who can stretch the field somewhat, but he was a blocker, right? And I don't know if we have that type of guy, right? Because is Keon Coleman a blocker, right? So I don't know if Gabe Davis seems more so that if he gets up to speed, if he gets healthy, he would be more so on the field before like a Poyer. Just be simple because we need that blocking tight end. We don't like to necessarily be super big pause having too much tight end. Maybe we want to have that blocker tight end. I like Mike Collins. I like Gabe Davis when he was playing with us. So Shakir and Keon Coleman don't need to do that because I don't think we have that type of receiver on our roster. So I think that makes sense, and I think Gabe Davis being the blocker, not necessarily somebody we will give a whole lot of targets to. I think that makes sense to me. But if he not, I want him, off the grid, take some PEDs, get back right too, so he can be the best version of himself. But I don't care. None of these moves are making me rethink anything being have done, or these are last minute practice squad people that played on our team that was successful for us. We talking about high end producers for this team and for this scheme. So I'm not mad at that, even if they're there just to teach the guys in front of them the ropes or what they did to get it done. So and Gabe Davis, a Keon Coleman type of role, and a Poyer and Cole Bishop type of role. So I'm not mad at it at all.
I'm gonna stay away from it. I'm gonna be positive for the first week. So I'm just not.
They on the practice squad.
I
can see if they're on the active roster,
but they're going to be on the active roster at some point. Like I
Maybe.
think
High was never on the active roster.
We'll
I know.
see.
We'll see. Yeah, it is what it is. Maybe it is what it is. Let me ask y'all this. As it relates to rosters and things of that nature. Like with this first game, and mind you, like last year we went 10-0 at home. Like we're lethal at home. Let me ask you, Matt and Rad, on offense and defense, who do you think is going to have the biggest impact week one? Like, we come out Monday and we just like, okay, we're looking at the game. It's like, okay, these are the people who I think is going to have the biggest impact. Matt, on offense.
On offense?
And defense, too. You can go.
Offense, I think, I think James Cook, man. I think, he's going to pick up right where he left off. He is an elusive runner, and I think he's gonna. I hope he's gonna, make a return on the investment that we made and kind of show, hey, this is why you guys paid me, and I want to win the Super Bowl here. I want to make a statement with these guys first game. Defensively wise, I think that it's going to be Joey Bosa, man. I think he's on the short list of comeback player of the year of guys that are going to make a difference, and I think he's going to come in and do it. And even if he doesn't live up to the crazy sack hype, I think he opens up the door for Epinesa and Rousseau and the other guys, right? Because you got to account for that type of guy on the edge all day long, and you got to account for his counterpart on the other side too. So I think Joey Bosa is going to make a really big difference as to where Vaughn didn't last year.
Right.
For me, I think on offense, I'm gonna go Josh Palmer here. And sprinkling a little bit of Kincaid. I think Josh Palmer is our best target earner. Over there, I think Shakir is still hurt, or and even if he high ankle sprain, even if he come back, he's not going to be as he's not going to be right for a couple of weeks either way. Well, I think on the offense today, I think Josh Palmer is going to be our best target owner. I think he's going to be open, like he's going to get open. I think he's going to get I'm thinking 8 to 9 targets to Josh Palmer way. I don't see how, I think he's going to be our best receiver. I think hopefully Kincaid get to his 6 or 7, 8 targets, something like that as well. But I think Josh Palmer will sprinkle in a little bit of Kincaid are going to be because I think we're going to have to throw the ball. I think obviously we're going to try to be balanced coming out in the first half. But I think that second half, we're going to have to open it up. I think Josh Palmer and Kincaid are going to be the two main pass catchers on the day on Sunday. And I think on defense, I think we're going to be more mad about certain players than we are happy about others. I think that's that's why we're going to be taken away. But if I had to put players to watch, it's going to be the linebacker. It's Milano. It's Ben. I'm about to say Benford. It's Milano and what's up the linebacker? Huh? Bernard. Having brain fart. It's gonna be Milano and Bernard. They're gonna have to tackle Derrick Henry and Lamar all day, right? That's what it is. Them two gonna have to tackle, and if they having a good day, then I think our defense pretty much potentially can have a good day. But if they're not, you know what I mean? If the D line don't look good, if we not getting to Derrick Henry and Lamar, you know what I mean? Take it out of his stomach and run it for 20. You know what I mean? It's really going to be the linebacker. It's the D line, but how the D line helps those two linebackers get through holes and make tackles. So I think the two players on the defensive side, along with the two offensive players, I got players to watch.
So Matt, can we do this? Who's not playing, right? As far as the injuries is concerned, who's definitely not playing?
The only one, definitely right now I got is Max Harrison. He's starting it out on the IR, right. And that's all I got for who's not playing. And then Khalil Shakir is still on the fence, so that there's nobody really that's not playing that we don't know about. Other guys are suspensions, and things like that. But as far as injuries, that's it.
So I would say this: like I'm really highly anticipating our offense. I know our offense should be good. It's going to be good, right? I want to see definitely if the O-line can take even another step, maybe top 5 last year, top 3, right? You know what I mean? I'm looking for that. I think they could be as impactful like that. That's very, very, very impactful. And it can help the defense out if we can run the ball effectively on the Ravens. The Ravens are a good run stopping team. So I think that's something that we need to look at as well. As far as the defense is concerned, I'm going to be completely honest. I'm cool. Like, I don't know. Like, I and we're going to talk about it in a second. I just don't think that what we did reshaped our defense in a major way. That's just me personally. I think we have good players on our defense, right?
We do. We just got big holes. Pause.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing. Like, I just fundamentally, I don't like our defensive line. Me personally, I'm from Missouri. I hope they show me something. Come Monday, maybe they will show me something. I don't know, but I fundamentally do not like who we have. I think that. Yeah, I know how I feel about a lot of players. I don't have to, name them and go back and forth. But we'll see. It's a wait and see for me. I'm anticipating watching our defensive line against a Derrick Henry to see if they can close some gaps. Right? We know the small stature of a Terrell Bernard. We know in Milano he's very shifty, he's very crafty, but he's not necessarily a huge linebacker. So we'll see. Right? Maybe we'll see a lot of Dorian Williams because he's a tackling machine. He can tackle. Right, so it's just something to see.
But I just want to know if do either one of y'all think Milano can get back to All Pro? Is All Pro Milano in there still? I know they did something different with the deal where he we can cut him after this year. Something crazy. I know they shortened the deal, or it was something in there where he's pretty much playing for a deal. I think essentially. So what y'all think?
I think both of those guys can be all pros. I think they can be they're all pro status. And then they got, they got 2 guys behind them that are going to push them to make sure that they're on. You got Dorian Williams and Shaq Thompson. They're 2 guys that could easily come in and step in and play. Yeah, so they do have competition, and they're going to have to play at the highest level to make.
You might have to play 3 of them Saturday. I mean Sunday night.
For sure. But I'm just
right.
But hey, you got that fire right behind you all day long. And I think they can do it for sure.
Yeah, because last year playoff game, I think we started with 3 linebackers. I think he didn't even go nickel. He straight up went regular 4-3. So
yeah,
we'll see.
All right, so let's do this. Let's do this. Because I'm very curious to know. I want to project the season out, and I want to start with some of offensive player VP, defensive player VP, breakout player, comeback player, rookie that we're highlighting, right? So I want to start Someone suggests the offensive player or our MVP last year. Obviously, Josh Allen, without question, he was the whole league's MVP. But James Cook, right? So, some would say that James Cook having he had 16 touchdowns last year. Yeah, So
I think 16. Yeah, a couple through the air too.
With that being said, Matt, who is your offensive break? Not named Josh Allen, right? I would assume Josh Allen's going to be an MVP candidate, so on and so forth. So not named Josh Allen. Who is your offensive player that you're going to highlight and say he's going to have a very impactful year this year, and he's going to be one of the reasons why we win X amount of games?
All right, so I think the camp darling Tyrell Shavers, man. I think he gives us a really good option in the red zone. He is a guy that can get behind defenders. He showed it. I mean, he made big play after big play. In the preseason the last couple of years, and I think his first NFL reception was a 68-yard touchdown last season. So, wow. Get that guy on the field. He just changed his jersey number to 14. So that was his college number. See how he is. So
no ring of honor for him. All right.
Elevated. Out of camp for the first time. I think he again is another guy. Hey, you guys believed in me. I'm about to go show you. I'm gonna be from the Missouri State too.
There we go. There we go, Zach. There we go. That's what I'm gonna go. Shout out to Zach. I gotta go Kincaid here.
You don't have to, but
I don't have to, but I mean, this is me projecting. First round tight end. He was hurt last year. He regressed. Hopefully this year he's back healthy. Hopefully he's the second leader in targets on a whole offense, second or third. Hopefully second. And I think we're gonna emphasize getting him the ball early. I really do. I think on that first drive, I'm thinking schemed up plays. I'm thinking a quick out, something to get Kincaid the ball early, so we know that we need defenses at least to worry about him, to know what I mean, to just do something. I think to get him the ball early, to get his mojo going, to get him rolling, to get him some yards after the catch, because I think he's really good with the ball in his hands. So I think Kincaid, I think he's just gonna have the targets if he's healthy, and I think he should be. Hopefully he's healthy. The first couple years was rough. Year 3 is a lot. It's good for a lot of tight ends. They say it takes 2 to 3 years. Maybe he's one of the people that took 2 to 3 years. He was young coming in the league. Not having played a lot of football. I think he only started football like late high school. Like he haven't played a lot of football. So I'm expecting Kincaid to have a good. I'm thinking he should finish as a tight end 1 this year. Top 12 tight end. We'll see.
Wishful thinking. For me, as it relates to the offensive side, I'm not gonna name a skill position guy because I don't think we have any really skilled position guys. But for me, it's Spencer Brown. I think Spencer Brown's gonna be looked at as one of the best tackles in the league.
Okay.
I think
a complete 180 for you.
It is, and I was definitely on the other side of Spencer Brown when he showed me something. No, seriously, he definitely showed me something. I think he's gonna overtake Deion Dawkins as the best person on our line, honestly. Like, I think he's honestly going to be one of the best offensive linemen in football. People are going to talk about him like that, in that light. Like a Jason Peters. I think maybe not that high, but I think he's going to get. What I'm saying is, I think he's going to be in that. When they talk about him, like, I think he's going to.
We're going to have to pay him.
Wow, we already did.
Yeah,
shout out to Bean. Shout out to Bean.
No, we got to merge. Bean always get a discount.
And I'm about to say something.
Bean always get a discount.
Shout out to Bean on Spencer Brown. I think Spencer Brown is going to be one of our offensive MVPs this year. And on the defensive side, I'll start it off. Shout out to Bean again because he got a discount early on Christian Benford, right? And I think that Benford is going to be looked at as the best cornerback in the league. I've been saying that. He's locked down. He has the mentality in his mind that when I'm out there, you can't catch the ball, right? That's what I feel from him when he's out there. Hopefully we can go a little bit more man. We're a little bit more zone centric. That's who Sean McDermott is. But I think you should allow the guy to be just great. But also too, Richard Sherman wasn't necessarily a man corner. He played a lot of zone in Seattle. So hopefully, it could be a situation like that. I think he could be a Richard Sherman not legit. So shout out to Benford. So I got Spencer Brown and Benford.
So what's your anybody have stock in and Dawkins saying Keon Coleman is completely different player? Completely different player. He emphasized it. He said it. Obviously, what do he supposed to say? But he said it. He made a point that Keon Coleman just the little things, coming in on time, being the first one in for last, all those little things where I guess as a rookie you don't know no better. And it's maybe can help his game and maybe even help his his body and him staying healthy. So, do y'all take any stock in what Dawkins said, and what do we expect from Keon Coleman? Shouldn't we expect something?
Me personally, I think he's going to be just as inconsistent as he was last year. And I don't say that in a negative way. I do think that, yes, maybe he did learn how to be a professional. And shout out to Keon Coleman. Learning how to be a professional is a real thing, right?
40% of it.
Yeah, some would say it's half the battle. But like just in watching him during the preseason and watching him during practices, I was there up close and personal. I think that he's just going to be a very inconsistent player. And what I mean by that is like he is going to catch passes and things of that nature. He kind of reminds me, not in stature, but just I don't want to just say fully, but like Amari Cooper would drop a lot of passes, but he would catch really, really tough passes, right? Like it would like be very, very difficult passes he would catch. And I think that that's going to be Keon Coleman. He's going to catch a lot of difficult balls, but just certain catches he should just make. Like he just doesn't do it. He has not put it all together. I've seen that. And shout out to Keon Coleman. I hope he does have a great season, but I see about maybe 900 yards at best. I don't think he's a 1,000-yard guy. I mean, I don't think it's bad at all.
I mean, that's Gabe. That's what Gabe was hung around.
10 touchdowns, 900 yards. I wouldn't be upset at it, right?
10 touchdowns, that'd be great. That'd be great. That's what the Jordan Addisons of the world does, right? So that would be great. Yeah. I won't be mad at
Jordan Addison 1,000-yard receiver.
Nah.
How do you feel, Matt?
He's just a double-digit touchdown.
Yeah, no, I think I was gonna go with Coleman, but I think I've been bigging up Tyrell Shavers, since the end of last year. I've been on him, so I had to give him a little love today. So I definitely was gonna go Coleman. That I felt like that was too low hanging fruit.
So you expecting what him to seize the number one receiver spot?
Not the number one receiver, I don't think, but I do think he's going to make a leap and be would I say Cole Beasley, like a guy that we can depend on third down or something like that, or guy that'll make tough plays like Sam said. I do think we'll see a lot of that with Keon Coleman.
Okay,
and we saw flashes of that last year. When he mossed Tariq Woolen from the Seahawks and things like that. He's got the ability to do stuff like that all day. I think we are going to see some of that.
He had a decent string of games before he got hurt, so he was starting to make plays at the very
for sure.
End, We'll see.
So Rat, who is your breakout player for this year?
I said Kincaid. So on defense, I go defense. Defense is tough, right? Because we got so many players. Like you said, even Benford. I mean, he already broke out, right? Is Cole Bishop? Do I want to say Cole Bishop because he's young? But I mean,
he's not going to break out.
That's what I'm saying. I don't. So a lot of the players on our defense have already broke out. Can Rousseau go for double digits? Right. That's what I'm asking for. That's what I get. That's who was my breakout player last year. Group. He didn't necessarily go for do everything I thought he could. But I don't necessarily have a breakout. I just want the overall defense to play healthy. I want the rookie to come back, Harrison to come back healthy. I want Trey White to just be healthy and go along for this ride. Hopefully, if this is the Super Bowl ride, I want Trey White to be healthy. So I don't know. I don't know the breakout on defense. Hopefully, we just get back to being a top. I just want a top half. Give me top 15, top 12, top 10. Give me something around that area. And I'm straight. I mean, we just can't, keep slipping.
Matt?
Yeah, I think for me, I think Joey Bosa. I think I'm going to double up with like a comeback player, difference maker this year, man. I do. I think he's said it a bunch of times. He's having fun. He's bringing it back to the roots of when he was in Columbus. He loves being here. He's loving playing football. He's going to play for a winning team. To where he like his plays are really going to make a difference in getting Josh Allen the football back. And I think that that's going to pay dividends in his mindset and in his play this season.
All right, let's see. See Bosa.
Definitely, yeah, definitely a wait and see. But with that being said, let me do this because this is what people really been waiting for, and I definitely want to document this. So I want to clip this out, definitely document this, because we're doing projections, right, as it relates to projected wins, man. What's our win total, right? Like, what are we looking at for the Buffalo Bills? I know everybody's prepared for this, and Matt, I'm going to go to you first. This is the last season at Highmark. Right, 13-4 last year. As it relates to the schedule that we have in front of us, you can see it. Matt, what are you projecting as the Buffalo Bills as it relates to wins and losses? What's their record?
So right now, I'm looking at 13-4.
Okay.
We do have some tough opponents in the non-conference schedule. And obviously, we play a couple of juggernauts in the AFC. We got the Ravens, the Chiefs. We do play Philly, play the Bengals, and Tampa, who I think those games can go either way. But I think we run the division again. I think we go undefeated unless we don't play anybody Week 18, which is highly likely. And then also, I think we just get a lot of these games done. And I'm going to go with 13-4 this season.
Right.
Like you said, we got some tough games, but all the tough games are at home, right? We got Baltimore at home, we got Philly at home, we got the Bucks at home, we got the Bengals at home, we got the Chiefs at home, right? These are all the tough games and all at home. So I think we definitely gonna get, like you said. I mean, obviously that Jets game we'll see, but I believe 7 to 8 wins at home, so that gives us a nice little bump there, and I think we go 7. I think we get 7. I think we go 14-3. I think this is looking like a 14-3 team. I think we fight for the 1 seed. I think it's gonna be between us. Like maybe that game 1 might matter, right? But I think it's gonna be between us and Baltimore and Chiefs. I think them are 3 teams that everybody feel like is gonna have that chance at that 1 seed. Maybe it's another team that come out of nowhere, but I think we're gonna be fighting for that 1 seed. But I think we get 14 wins with this schedule, and I think them tough games, I think, right? I think we get 2 of them. I think Baltimore, Bucks, Bengals, Eagles, right? Chiefs. I think we get 3. I think we win more than we lose those tough games. I think we go 3-2 in those games, 4-1 or something like that. I think we get 14-3. Preach, where you at?
I got 15-2.
Oh.
I got
Preach.
15-2.
Let's talk about it. Preach. That's the best record you ever gave them.
Yeah, absolutely.
By far.
I'm just a believer in
15 wins is a lot of wins.
Yeah, I'm a believer in Josh Allen, right? Like, I think that I'm there. Like I am. I'm there. I'm not
meds this year or something. He's on something.
No, what I'm saying is I'm not a believer in our defense. I'm not a believer in our skills position. I'm a believer in our offensive line, and I'm a believer in Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen he's nothing short of amazing. Right, he just gets it done. It's just like every time I look at it, it's just like, man, even in a playoff game, like honestly, Josh, it wasn't Josh, right? Like, play calling, whatever, push, whatever. But like Josh Allen made plays when plays needed to be made, and he's going to do that throughout the season. And we're going to win 15 games.
That sounds good for my fantasy team. Clap it up for me.
Shout out to Josh Allen. I think he's going to win. He's just that type of quarterback. We may slip up. I think we should run the table in our division. I don't think that it's definitely not an issue, but we may drop one. It's possible. It's not impossible. And just with all those tough games, we could drop one. Like we could drop the Ravens and just kind of run the table. You know what I mean? I could see something like that happening. Or, you know what I mean? We may slip up maybe even at the end of the season. We got Philly. It could just be a dud of a game or something like that.
If our defense show up, if our defense literally show up to the park, I'm just saying, but it's a chance. Because McDermott, not going to get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. When McDermott coached the defense, last time he went full on when he was the defensive coordinator before Babbage came, or maybe Babbage was there, he just wasn't the play caller. Our defense, McDermott knows defense, right? And I think if another bad defensive season, I won't be shocked if he go back and do what he did and go back calling plays, because 2 years ago, our defense, obviously some of the people wasn't healthy and stuff, but he played like the defense looked different under his helm. He's an aggressive play caller, and I feel like we blitz more. There's a whole lot of things that we did a few years ago when McDermott was the play caller. Then what Babbage did, maybe he gonna get his his bearings under, maybe gonna become more aggressive, or just try to figure it out. We just can't sit back and let our safeties get picked apart. Please don't do that. So we'll see if they show up, if our game plan somewhat masks our talent in those holes. Man, the Bills, obviously, we always gonna be a pick with Josh Allen. We always gonna be a pick to get to the Super Bowl. But like every year, I think we got the MVP. McDermott showed up with the defense. We see you at the bowl. We see you at, where is it? San Fran. I think it's at San Fran this year.
Yeah, it is.
I think I agree with Rad on many of those things. I think that we're going. I do see Super Bowl in our future, right? I'll say this: we're definitely
going to get one. He got to get one.
We're gonna get to the Super Bowl, and I think Josh Allen's career is somewhat lining up, in a sense, to a Peyton Manning. And I think Peyton Manning, around this time, in the same age as Josh, he got a Super Bowl with the Colts. He finally got over that hump, losing, to the Patriots over and over again. And then for us, losing to the Chiefs over and over again. Andy Reid, right? It's a similar story. Go. And we just keep coming up short. But eventually, I think we're going to get over the hump. And it's not just a Josh Allen thing. It's a Sean McDermott thing. Sean McDermott has to figure something out, right? He has to figure something out. Whatever that something is in the playoffs, whatever that thing is, he needs to figure that out. But I do see 15-2. I see us making the Super Bowl. Matt, you feel it as though even with the 13-4 record, we're going to get to the Super Bowl?
Absolutely. I think that 13-4 locks up the number one seed. Because the AFC is too tough.
Yeah, we got the same, that New England thing, but we got it, right? We're clearly the better team in our division, even though I think everybody made a step, maybe not Miami, but I think the Jets going to be better. I think New England going to be better. They're going to be better coached. I would say that.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the other big dogs in the AFC, they have a dogfight in their division. They're
going to have playoff teams in their division. Yeah. I mean, the Patriots, you never know. Vrabel, he's a good coach, so who knows? But I don't think we're going to have another team out the East going to the playoffs. We might be 17 now, so anything can happen. But, I would lean no as of today. But we'll see.
We definitely will see. Listen, I'm highly anticipating this game, right? This is like 8:20. This is amazing. Like, I can't wait for the game. It's going to be here. It's going to be an amazing game, amazing atmosphere. So, listen, we're going to start the season off right. We need everybody to like and share. Do that right now. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the YouTube right now. I see people in the comments on the YouTube. Please go subscribe to Overdue Bills podcast YouTube page. We're definitely trying to get up our YouTube.
The link should be if you're watching this, the link should be somewhere. The link should be somewhere.
It's definitely right there. So please go shout out to that. OverdueBillsPod.com. Shout out to Buffalo fan base. And Matt, please let the people know once again our presenting sponsor going forward this year.
Yeah, our presenting sponsor is going to be AOG Cigar Lounge. So this week we're going to kick off the weekly contest. So we're going to work on. I'm gonna when we post this, I'm gonna have something from them. Right now, we're still working out what they want to give us. They want to give us something special, so we're still working that out.
We're working it out. We
are also gonna have an Overdue Bills tee, so you'll be able to choose an Overdue Bills t-shirt.
Classic, can't be bad.
Classic, right? So you'll be able to win that and something from the AOG Cigar Lounge. So we'll be posting that in the next day, and you'll be able to get onto that. So with the weekly contest, you're going to predict the score of this week's game against the with the Buffalo Bills against the Baltimore Ravens. So that you're going to predict the score. You're going to like our page. You're going to predict the score.
Subscribe to YouTube.
Sure. As a tiebreaker, if multiple submissions have the same score, we're going to run with Josh Allen's passing yards, whoever's the closest to that. In the event we have two ties, we're going to go with James Cook's rushing yards as a secondary tiebreaker. So you're going to like us, you're going to predict the score, put in what you think Josh Allen's going to throw for, and then how much James Cook's going to run for. And you're going to do that all before Sunday at 8 p.m. and get in, and you'll win some good prizes this week.
Let's go, AOG.
Shout out to AOG. Definitely appreciate them. Appreciate all of you on the pod. Again, like, share, rate, and review. We will be with you Tuesday. Listen, we're trying to get some interviews lined up. Listen, we're going to make this year better than ever, right? This is going to be a Super Bowl run. It's going to be a Super Bowl run for the Overdue Bills podcast. I mean, It's just that simple. And Matt, or Rad, do you have anything left to say?
Score predictions.
We got to do score predictions. So our score predictions this week, I think the Buffalo Bills are going to make a statement.
Okay.
Last home opener in the Ralph, 31-17 Bills.
Ooh, 31-17. Rad.
I think offenses those usually start too great Sunday night. A lot of jitters, a big game. We home. I think we're gonna have a little slight advantage there. I think Bills win 27-21 Bills. 27-21 Bills.
I think that this is going to be a great game. Sometimes the first games are always down games, but I think the night game is going to kind of lend itself.
And I'm watching football already. They know. Yeah, I guess that might.
Yeah, so I got 35-31 barn burner. Josh Allen, last second drive. It's going to show the people what we're going to do in the Super Bowl. Something like that, right? It's going to be like a crazy, like last second touchdown to an unlikely player. You know what I mean? You're going to be like, oh my goodness. Maybe Dalton Kincaid might be
Maybe Tyrell Shavers.
Shavers for the 60-yard bomb.
But I see some people putting in some submissions already. Hold off until we post the contest. I like where you guys are at, but make sure you get in when we do the contest so you have a chance to win.
Dave, be on the lookout, Dave.
Absolutely. So shout out to everybody, man. We appreciate y'all. Please go to overduebillspod.com. Go to the YouTube page, also Overdue Bills podcast, and please subscribe. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Let's go.
Buffalo's gonna win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby.